Hello, my name is Christina Veselak. I have been a licensed psychotherapist for 30 years, and I am highly trained in mental health nutrition. Did you know that missing a meal is one of the #1 relapse triggers for all addictions? So that people who are trying to recover from drug or alcohol addiction or even sex and gambling addiction find that if they miss a meal or two, as many of my clients seem to do, or eat a very high sugary meal, they will get cravings and they are much more likely to relapse. Missing a meal or eating a high sugar meal can also lead to panic attacks in people, especially first thing in the morning when they wake up, or 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, especially if they haven't eaten lunch. It can also cause violent rages in people. I had a client once who would come home from work every day and scream and rant and rave at his family just because he'd eaten sugar all day. And once he started eating protein every 4 hours, it completely stopped. Yes, he had to do some repair work with his family because he'd been terrorizing them, but the rages were gone. Now, you may wonder why this is happening. Our blood sugar is supposed to be very tightly controlled in the body. And when we eat healthily and every couple of hours or so with lots of protein and fats and fiber, our blood sugar will rise gently and fall gently, and our moods and behavior will stay calm and stable. However, if we miss a meal and our blood sugar gets too low, or we eat too much sugar and our blood sugar gets too high and then drops too low and too fast, that's actually called reactive hypoglycemia, adrenaline gets produced. And adrenaline is what causes the problem here. It's our fight-flight hormone, and it will allow us to run quickly from the saber-toothed tiger, but in the process it shuts down the thinking part of our brain, our prefrontal cortex. That's where we think through consequences and use recovery skills and slow ourselves down. If that's gone, we become very reactive and sometimes angry, sometimes anxious, sometimes teary. I have been amazed how often my clients' symptoms are due to this, to the point that I will even sometimes feed them in my sessions so that my clients can actually utilize the therapeutic process. Very often, if you wake up in the middle of the night very suddenly and abruptly and you're ready and raring to go, even though you know it's 2 o'clock in the morning and you should sleep, that is usually due to a dramatic drop in your blood sugar, perhaps because you didn't eat enough the night before, and your adrenaline has kicked in. Well, it doesn't matter what time of the day or night adrenaline kicks in, it's going to wake you up and get you going. In this case, eating something light, such as a glass of milk, or a little bit of apple and peanut butter, or taking the amino acid L-glutamine, will put you right to sleep because the adrenaline will stop and your blood sugar will stabilize. I also believe that many of the issues with teenagers today, the high suicide rate, the high violence rate, the high high school dropout rate, all of these issues that we're very, very concerned about is frequently due to the very crappy diets our teenagers eat. Food for them is optional. They don't believe they need to eat, or they will eat sugar or potato chips. Actually, many of my adult clients do this as well. And this leads to suicide. A friend of mine's son died because of low blood sugar, and other mental health and behavioral issues as well. We need to be feeding our children. If you think this applies to you or you would like more information, please go to my website at ChristinaVeselak.com.